Hi, I'm Steve Rose. I've been a chef for 35 years, proud owner of the greenest restaurant in the entire San Francisco Bay Area, and farmer here at Rose Ranch. We do things green around here though. What sets me apart is that green is not just a buzzword like a lot of people use. Green is an operative word, and it's really easy to do. I'm going to share with you my secrets on how to do this at home. We're going to have fun, and living green, living truly green, is really a blast. I really believe that people want to learn how to live this way, they just don't know how to go about it, and that's the whole purpose of the show, is to teach people how to do that. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Welcome to the Organic Rose. Marcy Smothers.
Chef Steve Rose.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. Welcome to the Organic Rose.
Thank you for having me in your kitchen.
Excellent. I always love playing with you in the kitchen. It's fun.
Well, what are we going to play today?
Well, we're going to do some work on artichokes.
Good.
So tell me a little bit about your favorite way to prepare artichokes.
Well, if I may back up your way from the Vineyards Inn,
Nice.
But when I was writing my book, Snacks, Adventures, and Food, Aisle by Aisle, I actually included a section about your grilled artichokes.
Yes.
But the first thing is I have a fun fact. So what does your dog's toy and an artichoke have in common?
I do not have a clue.
Well, they both squeak. Because really fresh artichokes, when they're full of water and well hydrated, will squeak. If you pick up at your farmer's market or your supermarket an artichoke and you don't hear wah, wah, then you do not want to buy it because it's dry and there is no amount of aioli or garlic butter or anything that's going to make that artichoke taste great.
Wow, I never knew that.
So that's one of my tips from my book. But what I wrote about you is one of the best things about food is recalling the first time something special passed over your lips. I ate my first grilled artichoke 10 years ago at the Vineyards Inn in Kenwood. It was served as a humble side veggie, but for me, it was the star of the plate. I was raised, this is true, on waterlogged artichokes dipped in cold mayonnaise. This was a revelation. Thank you, Chef Steve Rose, for the inspiration. So because my tip, what does a dog's toy and an artichoke have in common? I call them grilled rover artichokes. But essentially, you took the time with me many years ago to explain your technique, and I adapted it for my book. So what I would love is, since you're the professional chef and I'm the home cooker, is to watch you demonstrate how you make these. And it might be close to mine, and I'm sure I'll learn a few things.
I'm sure it's going to be very close. Well, we have some water boiling over here. Let's take the lid off, cover off. And we're going to go ahead and put the artichokes in to allow them to cook about 3/4 of the way. So just, you'll be able to tell when you can easily pull a leaf.
A little bit of tugging or easily?
A little bit.
A little bit
little
tugging.
bit.
Okay, that's what I do too.
So-
But the one thing that it's interesting, and I know you're a professional restaurant chef and you don't have the time, but at home, I've got
Salt.
to trim those little leaves and make it look prettier.
True.
No. I
too late.
No, it's just the way. No. It's just the way I do it. But of course, if I had to, I mean, how many grilled artichokes do you sell at the Vineyards Inn?
Cases
A night.
and cases.
All right, okay. I make 2 artichokes at a time. Big difference, you know. When I make this recipe, I do tend to make 2 to 3 artichokes because I'll grill them as I need them throughout the week because they stay well in the refrigerator once they're marinating and parboiled. I marinate them in olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, and soy sauce. And the olive oil is probably the thing that really, I love it because it gives it that great mouthfeel and the little flavor from the soy sauce and the Worcestershire sauce. And then I also like to take a lemon and alongside with the artichoke when they're grilling, and we'll get to that part of the process, I like to take 2 lemons, have them, and grill those as well because it's beautiful. It looks, on the presentation is great, releases the juices, and grilled lemon is like one of the secrets of life when it's grill season.
Wow. I've never done that before. You want to go ahead and start assembling the marinade a little bit while I get this fire going?
Okay. Well, this is your marinade, so see how I would do it. You know what's funny? I'm so nervous doing this in front of a chef.
No.
Yes, I am. You do raw garlic on the marinade?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm really off. I didn't do that. I do. You know what I like? And I'll call it out. I like Lowry's garlic salt. Maybe because I was raised with it, but.
Oh, possibly.
Possibly. That was not an endorsement from chef.
Okay. I need to get a fire stick to light this. I'll be right back while you're stirring it up.
Okay. Well, he's not watching. I'm going to put that over there. So again, see, okay, I'm not going to make fun of you. Now here's interesting how the chefs do it. Do you do it like this or do it from the side?
From the side.
That's what I do, okay. 'Cause, you have a really sharp knife, pretty sharp.
Is that sharp enough for you?
It's not sharp-ish.
There we go.
Do you do this next? Like that's what I do, is cut along the heart line?
No, but go ahead, go for it.
Okay, well now,
I let our clientele do that. Well, I pay some of our guys to do that.
well, because that's what I do at home. And again, I am only making,
That's a good idea.
you know, and then I take the choke out, and look how pretty that is.
Oh,
I mean,
that is nice.
and so, and then if I have some aioli, or we're going to make some sriracha aioli, I like to serve it after it's been grilled with a little bit of the aioli inside this little pit that I just made, and then with a half of a
Nice.
grilled lemon, and it's beautiful.
Okay, let's get if you want to cut the lemons in half, I'll put those on the fire right now. Do you put a little bit of olive oil on the lemon?
I put some olive oil on the lemon.
Perfect. It's starting to smell good in here.
I mean, this is one of the easiest things to do, and it adds, the grilled lemon adds so much, just including with fish, you know.
Okay, go ahead and if you want to put them in the marinade a little bit, and then we'll put them on the fire.
Nice.
That looks beautiful.
Okay.
So get some of the marinade on them, and we'll put them right on the fire.
I'm just saying, even before they go on the grill, they are so beautiful.
they are.
Here you go.
Thank you,
Here's
my
your
dear.
tongs.
All right.
And the other thing I've learned at the CIA was, man, you clean as you go along. There is absolutely no room for not being clean.
Nope.
So as a home cook, I really recommend the CIA, one of their boot camps, or even one of their day camps, because it's very, very helpful. But you're a professional chef. What was your path?
Well, I graduated from high school in San Francisco. I was third generation San Franciscan, and I thought I wanted to become a police officer. And I took a lot of the police classes, deviant behavior and sociology and that sort of thing. Never went to class. Was a total misfit.
You were a deviant.
Yeah, I was a deviant myself. I'd rather smoke cigarettes and drink coffee all day long, right? So my father, rest in peace, was a wholesale hardware salesman. One day he came home at the dinner table and shared with us that he had just quit his job. That was at the onset of computers, and he couldn't deal with them. And he enrolled himself in San Francisco City College Hotel and Restaurant program, which at that time was the #2 program in the United States, right behind Cornell. So there was a huge waiting list to get into the program because it was such a good program. And somehow he fast-tracked me into it, and 6 months later I'm going to school with him and found my passion. That was his way of directing me, you know, subtly without me realizing it, and I ended up graduating #2 in my class, and I really did find my passion. And I love food, and that's been my passion all my life. So,
Oh, that's a fantastic story.
yeah, I get Hawaiians call it chicken skin when I tell that story, because that is the way he did that.
And so you apprentice and do stages and move around from kitchen to kitchen before you opened your own?
throughout California and Nevada, and then 34 years ago, in 1981, we opened up the Vineyards Inn. But
See how the juice is just oozing out of there. It's just, I know, crazy.
it smells so good.
And you haven't done this before? I've actually taught a chef something, not taught, but
Yes.
suggested. I won't say taught, I am just a home cooker. Oh my gosh. Okay, now these are incredible. This is why I had to put it in my book, because you're the guy. I mean, my mother used to cook them until they were white, and then I do love Best Foods, and then would get this and a cold waterlogged or room temperature waterlogged artichoke, and that was like the side dish. Now look how beautiful that is.
That's gorgeous.
Okay, so I like to you do kind of a spicy mayonnaise aioli at Vineyards. What's in yours?
It is homemade chili paste and mayonnaise.
Okay, well, I don't
That's
have homemade chili paste running around Marcy's kitchen, but I do have sriracha, the rooster sauce. So that's what I do in Best Foods mayonnaise. And for me, because you never know, I just kind of go for a color, just a light. You don't want to overwhelm people. You don't want to take away the flavor from this beautiful artichoke. I might add just a skosh of lemon, not too much so it doesn't, become too runny, because you want the viscosity of the beautiful aioli. And then, as I said, if you don't mind, let's put this here. If I were having a dinner party, which I love to do, I would serve them like that.
Oh, very nice.
Oops, that doesn't. I wouldn't do that. That's the restaurant chef in me, which I'm not, but I see him do it, And so, just trying to make that look pretty.
What a great color contrast. You get all the, and see the grill marks?
Oh gosh, caramelization from the soy sauce.
Exactly is what that is.
Are we allowed to have a dip? Okay,
Yeah.
and then I have to do this. And look how the juice just wants to come right out of this grilled lemon. And then do you start your artichoke on the outside or the inside?
That's an awfully personal question.
Well, I'm going for it's somewhere in between because they're perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Oh.
Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate being part of your
That was awesome.
Organic Rose and being in your kitchen.
Thank you so much, Marcy, and I love working with you, and it's always a pleasure, and you're so knowledgeable, and to be able to share it with our viewers, that's awesome.
Thank you.
Mwah.
Now I'm taking these with me.
Salud.
Welcome again, Sue.
That's a good way to start.
Yeah, it is. It's our traditional start with a shot of Pinot Noir.
There you go, Pinot Noir.
A tradition being born. We are going to do a Spanish dish today called Fideo del Mar. And fideo is simply Spanish for pasta.
Okay.
So we have some fresh pasta over there that we're going to cook in a mixture of chicken stock and white wine. And then we're going to go ahead and take our sofrito sauce. And that's
yummy.
that's one of the basic Spanish sauces. So it's
Right.
fresh tomatoes out of our garden and onions and garlic.
Of course. Okay, all right.
Got a little bit of water in
Got
here.
some onions,
I'll turn the heat up
all
a bit.
sliced up. A little bit of water.
There we go.
There we go.
And this is actually going to sweeten them a bit. Once we get the water out of there, they'll start to caramelize a bit.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll put the cover on there, let them sweat, put the heat up as much as it'll go. There we go. And then, should we cook the pasta? You know what, why don't you go ahead and cut the Swiss chard.
Okay, we'll get that
And I
next.
just picked that out of our organic gardens
Oh,
this morning.
This is beautiful. Look at that.
Yeah, so red and green.
Red and green.
Loaded with vitamin K and vitamin C and vitamin D. You're doing very good.
Makes a difference to have those sharp knives.
Yeah, the easiest way to cut yourself, as you know, is with a dull knife,
Yes,
right?
that's right. Exactly.
This is sweating nicely. So this is the pot that we're going to create everything. We're going to cook the pasta over here, the fresh
Okay.
pasta, but everything's going to be done in here. We have fresh local clams and local mussels and line-caught ahi.
Now,
'Cause
I want to know about this major pot here. This thing is awesome. It's
Isn't
really
it?
heavy.
It is really heavy.
I lifted it earlier. It's a little heavy.
It's when you use a pot that's this heavy, if it's cast iron, like this is probably cast iron with a coating on the outside to make it pretty.
Right.
It tends to distribute the heat a lot better.
Oh, okay.
So you can get a nice slow cook out of it. Yeah.
Slow cooking. Ooh, it's looking good.
Smell that.
Can't go wrong with onions.
No, and actually we have garlic and onions in the sofrito as well, so I'm not going to add
Perfect.
any more garlic in
Okay.
here. Let's go ahead and put the Swiss chard in
Let's
first.
start in first? Okay, here we go.
And maybe do a little bit more.
A little bit more? You got it.
Yeah. I should have brought a spoon.
A spoon, stirring. Okay.
That's good.
Comes out of there. There we go.
Excellent.
I don't think I'm going to cut up some of this ahi here. This
Oh,
is,
perfect. Cut it
this
in
is
about
beautiful.
chunks like that.
Okay.
It's all sashimi grade.
Ah, delicious.
So yeah, that's good, just like that.
Ooh, look how pretty it is.
Yeah. And go ahead and cut them that way again.
Okay.
Yeah, that's perfect.
There we go.
Perfect. Okay. Once you take a break and add the sofrito,
Okay.
actually add a little bit of wine first, please.
Oh, add the wine. A little bit of white wine.
Yeah.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
There we go.
So that now again, that's deglazing the pan.
Getting all the goodies off of the bottom of that pan. These are all the terms we have to learn, right, when we're in the kitchen?
Yep. I'm gonna add some salt to this.
Okay.
Kosher salt. And some black pepper. Like it spicy?
Of course. Yeah, do it. That's the way we like it. More pepper, more garlic, more onions. This is how we cook around here. More wine.
We're gonna squeeze the lemon. So I'm gonna squeeze it through my hands. So I trap all the seeds that way. Yeah. So we have some clams and mussels. When you buy, yeah, why don't you bring the clams over here and we can,
Yeah, right there.
So these clams are live, they're closed nice and tight. This is what you want to buy. This clam is open and dead. This is what you do not want to buy.
Wow.
And don't let anybody try to sell you them. You know, just say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested, and change the recipe if you need to. So this is not usable, so that's gonna go into the compost.
Okay, so it's really open. You can really see it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
really open there.
And the same with the mussels too.
Same thing with the mussels.
Yep.
Okay.
Any kind of shellfish like that has a hinged clam, a hinged shell. Okay, now we're gonna add sofrito to this.
Okay, we're ready for that. Here
Bring it
we
on,
go.
girl.
Ooh, there is the sofrito. Looks delicious. Now, do you make that by the gallon?
Yeah. And we actually, during tomato growing season, because we have about 2,500 tomato vines in the
Oh
dirt.
my gosh.
And so when it's growing season, like it's coming up, all the plants are in the dirt right now, we, once we start harvesting tomatoes, we'll go ahead and make batches of sofrito and put it in 2-gallon Ziploc bags and put it into freezers
in
that
the
are all
freezer.
solar powered.
There you go.
So we at the restaurant have our own sofrito sauce year round, even in the winter when you can't grow tomatoes
And
here
it's
in
pretty
California.
much fresh. I mean,
Yeah,
it's just
yeah,
fresh frozen,
exactly,
so it's ready
exactly.
to go.
I'm going to add a little bit of McAvoy olive oil. It's all organic.
This looks
And
great.
I like to use organic ingredients in pretty much everything. The more you support the organic food industry, the less the price is going to be in the market
Eventually,
because there's
yes,
more product
exactly.
being
That's
produced, right?
Yep. That supply and demand thing.
It's amazing how that works. Okay, let's add the calamari.
Okay. So are we putting it
So-
all in with the,
yeah,
with the
no,
sauce
no
and everything?
juice.
No juice.
No
Okay,
juice.
all
Let's
right.
here.
So we'll just
use the tongs.
these right here.
Perfect.
Okay.
So calamari is funny. Either you cook it really fast, like 35 seconds, 30 seconds, or you cook it like 10 minutes.
Oh,
You know, and then either way it's going to be tender, but if you get caught in between
In
there,
between, and then it's not good.
that's exactly what
See,
it
now
gets tough.
I prefer these nice big meaty pieces. I don't like the little legs.
You don't like the tentacles?
I don't like the tentacles.
Calamari is interesting in the United States. For several years at the restaurant, we were buying calamari from one of our fish distributors. Well, come to find out, we're in the West Coast in Sonoma County. The product that we were buying was coming from the East. It was an East Coast product,
wow.
right? But check this out. The calamari was being harvested on the East Coast. Then it was being shipped by boat to China to be processed and packaged in China, then frozen, and then shipped back to the US for distribution.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
That's
I
not
mean,
good
what
at
a
all.
footprint is that?
Yeah, really.
So I encourage everybody to, when you're buying squid at the store or fish, ask where it's coming from. You know, it's really important. So I found a source in Southern California in San Pedro.
Oh, perfect.
And it's California calamari. And it's caught and processed down there and shipped up to us, frozen and
That's
shipped up to us.
Perfect.
So, and then a lot of times we'll also get fresh when the fresh squid's in season.
I was going to say, it seems like even it would just be fresher all the way around because it's taking less time to even get to
exactly,
you. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and cook the pasta.
Okay, cook the pasta. So tell me about this pasta. This is kind of like a fresher pasta here.
Yeah, it's made fresh. It's a tagliarini cut. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. So it's not going to need a lot of time. What I'm going to do, we're just going to blanch it, cook it like halfway.
Okay.
And then we're going to take it out and strain it.
All right.
And then we're going to finish cooking it in the sauce.
Oh, all right.
Let's add the ahi first.
Ahi first. Okay.
please.
Got it right here, all ready to go.
And by cooking it with the lid off, we're allowing it to reduce a bit too. So
Okay.
the sauces are going to get more intense
More
flavor.
concentrated.
Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. How's the pasta doing? Need a little mix?
Good, let's see here. Pretty good.
Okay, we can add the mussels in. No, the clams, I'm sorry. Clams first and the
Clams,
mussels.
Okay. Just dump these babies
Yep,
right in
they're
there.
all closed, so
There
we
they
already checked them
go.
out. Nice.
Very good.
And as they open, you notice I didn't add a lot of salt to this. As they open, they're going to release salt into the pot
okay.
from the ocean.
That makes sense.
And
It's like the best kind of sea salt.
yeah, exactly.
Mussels?
Yep. Make sure we don't have any open ones.
I checked those. This one's a little bit open.
This one's a little bit
that one's-
iffy too. In the compost.
In the compost.
Okay, pasta's done.
Pasta's done.
So go ahead and take it out
I'm gonna take it out and
take it out and strain it.
all right. There we go. Beautiful.
My friend Mario from Italy would say, Steve, that's a beautiful. It's beautiful, Steve.
All right, where would you like to go with this next?
Okay, so let's just let it sit right in that bowl so it
All
can
right.
drain completely.
You got it.
You don't want it to water down the sauce.
All right. Woo, that is looking good.
See how the mussels are opening up? The clams are starting to open. You know what you could do is grate a little bit of that cheese. So you live right close to these guys,
I live
huh?
very close to Joe Matto's cheese. Yes, delicious cheese.
And you being Portuguese,
Me being Portuguese.
Joe Matos is
definitely.
Portuguese, and he makes some great cheese.
And it's all about
And
cheese.
they only make one cheese.
This is it.
This is it,
This
huh?
is the best kind right here. There we go.
They're a nice, hardworking family. You walk into the cheese room, and there are like wheels and wheels and wheels of like 8-pound, 10-pound, 15-pound, 20-pound wheels, right?
I walked in there literally and was like, oh, I'm home. I love the cheese.
5. Okay. We're getting so close there.
Okay. It's looking good. It's there.
Okay. I'm going to leave this open at this point. And then when you do dish it up, you notice I said you dish it up,
Oh, I get to dish it up. Okay.
is if you do occasionally you'll get one that hasn't opened.
Okay.
So don't use it.
Don't use it.
Don't try to
Okay.
force open it.
Okay.
That is not good.
That's
so
good
just
to
don't.
know.
And occasionally you'll get one like that, but
Okay.
not very often.
It's those stubborn clams. We don't like those. I'm going to slice up some lemons to make our little plate look
perfect,
nice.
perfect. Oh, smell that. So it just smells like the ocean.
Yes, it's delicious.
So why don't you go ahead and let's plate the pasta,
All right.
and then we'll just ladle this right over the top, and the pasta can heat up in that sauce with the rest of the seafood.
Sounds like a deal.
Okay. That's perfect. Nice.
There we go. Ooh, that is good looking pasta. Mmm. A little bit of everything. Oh, that looks great.
One more plate.
There we go. Okay, we gonna do one more? All right, here we go. Oh, you wanted to
smells
eat.
so
Is that what was happening? There we go.
All right. The calamari should be nice and tender.
That looks great. That looks
Turn the heat
wonderful.
off. So go ahead and garnish them with some
We
lemons.
got them right there. They're ready to go.
Oh, nice. And
Well done.
why don't you
Oh,
bring
and the cheese,
Uh-huh.
the most important part.
Oh,
Hit me.
yeah. So there we have it.
Delicious.
Yeah, it looks really good. It smells delicious.
Now tell me the name of the dish one more time.
Fideo del mar.
See, this is the Spanish part that I don't do. He does that part.
That's my job to do that. Well, excellent. Well, Sue, once again, You're so fun to work with.
Well, I always have a blast, and I always get fed, which is even better.
Fed well.
So, yes, fed very well. Thank you. Mwah.